Howdy folks, TJ here. AmigaOne X5000 time. You can probably tell because I have the Candy desktop in a very summery, clammy, beach-going, seagull pooping. I don't think I've ever seen poops fly out of their buttocks, but that would have been a great addition. That would have been the TJ edition. You gotta have poop in any screensaver. But anyway, it makes me feel good. I love the candies. Some people hate it because it takes up some CPU power, but I don't use my Amiga or any alternative operating system platform for mission-critical stuff. It's just for me to play with. So I love the candy. It's up here. But what are we going to do today? I was reading a recent thread over on the Amigans forum, and somebody said, I think my AmigaOne X5000 is dying. And then I started reading the thread, and the thread started talking about the CPU temp blew up, went really high. He turned it off, turned it back on, and it didn't quite boot. Did it again, let it cool down a little bit more. It booted, but then started having issues. And some other people started saying, you know, that CPU you got in there, since it's, I think his was purchased in like 2017, mine's 2016, that the paste, the cooling paste or whatever you put on the CPU, the goop, is not gooping anymore, and it's kind of dry, and it's maybe why your CPU is getting a little hot. So that led me to continue reading, and as I read, somebody said I'm using a temp docky to basically tell me what the temps are so I can keep an eye on it. I used to have one on my AmigaOne X1000, which was the first Amiga one that I had purchased. I had a temp docky. It was cool. I had it up there, and I kept a monitor of things. But to tell you the truth, on my AmigaOne X5000, in the early days, I don't think there was one until around 2021 that I'm kind of investigating. And when I asked, they said, here it is. And so we're going to go today to OS4 Depot. If you're new to Amiga Next Gen, it is one of the main places that you grab your softwares from. So we're going to go grab it, install it, and then see what it does and see what the temp is on my AmigaOne X5000. And we'll start keeping an eye on it, because if I see those numbers creeping up, maybe it's CPU time to get that repasted, which is something I've never done in my life. So anyway, let's go ahead and launch. A lot of us Amigans, well, I should say the group I hang out with, call Odyssey Oddity. I don't know why. Probably because the Amiga, in terms of up the snuff web browsing capability that could do everything and anything that your main computer can do, it's not quite there. Just, you know, the speed of the CPU, the architecture, all that stuff makes or breaks it. So there's some sites you can go on, some sites you can't go on, but Amiga-friendly sites work fine. So Odyssey web browser, my particular version, and where I think it ended, unless there's some betas or afterwards, is 1.23 R5 from 2022. Fabian Corgelli. And it's dating back to 2013. If there's a newer version past that, I'm not aware of it. Maybe there has been, and I've been just stuck under a rock someplace. Anyway, let's go ahead and go to... I rebuilt my AmigaOne X5000 about 2 years ago. I erased everything on the hard drive, put everything back on, and I never really rebuilt the web browser back with a whole bunch of links and stuff. So I got to type stuff in. You know, the old-fashioned, you got to type stuff in. So I've got to go to, what is it, OS4 Depot. I've been there a number of times, so I should have a shortcut someplace. We'll see. Yeah, there we go. I just happen to I'll go to home here. And so everything's speedily, it works fine for your common everyday stuff. But what's it called? Was it X5000 Temp? Something like that. I should have written it down or grabbed the link. I'm going to sneeze. Let's try this. X5000 Temp. That's it. Hey, I remembered enough. So let's go to the page. This is a docky. I don't have too many dockies going on right now. I've got a dock down here, but I don't know. I normally have the dockies load up down here in the bottom left, which you may or may not be seeing. Let me focus in on the screen just a tad. You're not going to see what I probably am going to have to do is when I load the program, I may need to come in a little bit tighter or take a few pictures so you can see what it looks like. But you're just here with me. We're just kind of playing around. we're going to download. So I'm going to go ahead and click on X5000 temp.lha, and it brings up my normal download window. Now, where do I want to take this? You should normally bring it to a RAM disk, but me, I'm living dangerously. I think on my work drive, is this considered a utility? I would say it's a utility. Let's go ahead and slap it in here someplace. It looks like I may have already downloaded it before. X5000, or is that saying that's the one that I'm about to do? That might be what it is. I'm going to go ahead and download it here. File, utility, already exists. So I've already downloaded. So that's what happens when you get old. You download stuff, you leave said computer, and then years later you figure, oh, I never installed it. So I'm just going to, I don't need to overwrite it. It looks identical. So we're going to hit cancel. So supposedly I put it in the utilities folder. So let's go ahead and quit out of Oddity. And we're going to go over to work, utilities, and supposedly, there it is, X5000 temp. So maybe I'm going to make a new drawer and call it X5K Temp Docky. Just like so. And move this in here. You're probably not seeing this much because you're seeing me, the pretty me, instead of the screen. But I'm just going to double click on that. And it's got a .lha. We're going to unstufferini it. Destination. Volumes. You know, one thing I've never figured out, tell me what, so isn't there one that you could just say due to the parent? I should have clicked the parent button, but I was a numbnuts. Parent should be that where you've got the .lha, right? For some reason, it just dawned on me 5 billion years later. What was the name of it that I did? Let's say I put it in the utilities folder, right? Utilities, X5000 Temp Docky. There we go. I didn't need to go through all that. I'm going to start the uncrunching of the Docky and done, no errors, so I can quit. So, cool. There it is. Let's double click on it. And I may need to close some windows, and maybe I should get closer to the screen now so we can see together what this is, because there is a README. So why don't I expand on our horizons here so we can see this a little bit better. You'll be happy. You won't see me, but that's all right. I think you'll see this well enough. Focus in. Okay. So we're going to double click on the README. Well, let's see what the README tells me. Oh, there's a lot of text. I'm not going to read too much, but we're going to see how do you install it. It says this Docky shows the X5 X0, so it should work, I guess, on both the 20 and 40. Temperature value, it's based on the work by Cyborg and 0G. Double single click LMB over the Docky opens a window with temperatures, voltages, and fan values under mouse pointer. So double or single click I can do. You can rescale the Docky image as well. You can auto-save position. And sorry for my bad English, Javier de Las Rivas. Installation, there we go. 2 modes options. Shell, I can do a copy command. Or Workbench, I can drag and drop the X5000 temp drawer /icon in sysutilities Dockies. That's the one where we're going to do. So let me shrink this up, move this over. So I've got this. So is this the actual doc? So open system. Where did it tell me to go? System system utilities. Utilities, and then there's supposedly a Dockies directory. Where's Dockies? Do I need to show all? Dockies. I'm not seeing it. Show all. Oh boy. Dockies. Do you see it? There it is, Dockies. All right. I found it. It's like a game. Okay, and then let's move this down. And so it's just basically saying drag and drop the X5000 temp drawer /icon. So is it this X5000 Docky that I'm going to drop in there? Which I've done. Okay, hopefully that's it. I didn't have to move any of these other images and other stuff over to it. I don't know if that was needed in there, but I don't think so. I think just Dockies. Show all. Are there any other misfit files in here? Not that I see. Okay, cool. And I'm guessing I'll have to probably reboot. A copy. Oh, hold on. Add Docky to the AmiDock toolbar system. So I'm going to add that to one of them. So where do I want to add it? For now, do I just want to add it to one of these? I don't know, which one do I want to do? I normally have Docky someplace else, and it's been a while since I've done it. Let's just put it on the main one up over here, I guess. And then it also talks about copy language temp Docky catalog to local. Oh, there's all sorts of other stuff I've got to do. Damn it. So let's do this first. Let's go up to here. Oh, open up, you bastard. There we go. Settings. No. I don't want to go there. I want. Where the hell do I want to go? There we go. We're going to edit, and we want to put. Let's see. This is the default one, so let's go ahead and click Add Volumes. Let's see. I was in System, Utilities, Docky. Oh shit! I went to the wrong one. Go back. System. My mouse. I did it again. You son of a bitch! You didn't think you were gonna get by me with no swears? System, utilities, Dockies, X5000 Docky. Okay, we're putting it in there, and it's there. Hopefully that was right. I'm gonna just hit save, and then now we need to copy the language. Copy language X5000 Temp Docky catalog to the locale. So there's locale. Where the hell's the locale? That's in system someplace, I think. Let's view all, show all, locale. There it is, locale. Okay, I'm in there. And then where would we need to copy it? I'm going to copy the catalogs. Well, I don't think I need to. It's probably in English. I don't think I need to do it. If it was in Italian or Spanish, I think I would have to do it. So I'm not going to do that. And then now we're going to reboot. Not always necessary. Reboot soft, but we're going to reboot and then just see what happens. So let me just go up here. You know, there's a reset button I have on this thing. You got to use your pinky to reboot. And if I remember right, I can't soft reboot from this anymore since some upgrade that I did. I don't know. It's been a while, but anyway. So let's go through the reboot process. AmigaOne X5000. It still has a nice splash screen. Damn, it's getting hot in here. These computers put on a lot of heat, and my X5000, it's blowing. It's got multiple fans, RGB. It's blowing a lot of heat around the room, and I think it's getting close to 90 degrees outside. So anyway, we'll see if it works. I single click or double click, I think, was an option. So the Docky, we'll see if it brings it up. At a later time, I may move it. If it's working right, I may move it to someplace else, but for now, we'll do it this way. And I think you can also set it up to where it shows up on the upper status bar as well. This computer does take a while. I know there's probably something you can go in and change in your U-boot or whatever to make it do it differently. But I don't care. This is a hobby computer. I don't get into it that deep. You'll get the startup chime. Well, soon. This computer takes about a minute, I think, to boot up. Doo-doo, doo-doo. And then Candy's going to load up. There's always that little pause. So let's see. I'm going to single click. I'm right-clicking. Did I not copy it over? I don't think I did. So I'm double-clicking X5000. Yeah, so I haven't done it right. So even though I read, so what I'm going to do is offline. I'm guessing I'm supposed to move something else over here because it's not coming up. I either didn't copy something in the right spot, and it says Docky, but if I single click and move it over, it doesn't do anything. I can remove it, but I can't select any of these things. So I screwed up. What's new? So hold tight. I'll stop this recording. We'll figure out where I went wrong. I'll explain what I did to fix it, if I fix it. And then we'll come back and see what this thing does. So hold tight. All right, I got things figured out. So let me show you it working first. Actually, no. I'm going to go up and open up System. I need to replace this mouse. It double clicks when you single click. It's a broken one. I need to freaking put a new one on there. Anyway, System folder, and then Utilities. Oh, Jesus. Where did I go? Utilities. There we go. Dockies. And then in here, I have placed the X5000 Temp drawer, the full drawer. And then in the drawer, which had the README and everything else, if you're seeing this, I dragged this to the dock. Actually, I did, but then I changed it. I've made a new docky down on the bottom left here that I have open that shows me the temp and everything at all times. When I double click on it, it brings up this window. This window was at first over on the far right side of my screen, but on my keyboard, if I hold Control and Option, I can drag this window wherever I want it. So let me just put it here for right now so maybe you can see it better. Let me focus in and make the screen a little bit bigger so you can maybe see some of these numbers, and then you won't see me too well, but that's okay. There's this. So when you open it, you can see the temperature of the PCB at 43 degrees Celsius. I haven't figured out a way to change it to Fahrenheit. We'll leave it for Celsius. Maybe that's de facto normal. CPU 59, PCIe 63. Then it shows voltages for CPLD. I don't even know what that is. CPLD. I don't know. Xena, Zoro A and B. PCIe, main, Ethernet, platform, core, A and B. Will we ever see B do something? If core B is the second one. DDR3 and SerDes. Fan speed at 31%. So right now, this is what it shows. So if I want to close it, I could just double click on this and it goes away. Bottom left is where I have it, and that was what I was double clicking on. And then it just always shows, let me expand out again since you've now seen what the screen looks like. Expand out, and then maybe you can see me as well. Focus in on the screen. So it now works. It boots up. I have it automatically coming up. So I've got this docky down left. It shows me at all times the Celsius. I'm trying to remember. I think he said it was like 90-something Celsius that he had it on. That's hot. So if mine's 60, it's been running now for probably an hour. I guess that's okay. And so anyway, I'm glad I have that now. So keep a track of your temps and double click to open it. You can move it around again. On my keyboard, it's Control Option. And you can move this to wherever you want it, which I want it up here when I open it up. If I figure out a way that you can put it up here in the top status bar, I'll let you know at a future date. I didn't find anything, but it can show you fan speed and all these other things. The thing I worry about is CPU temperature. So there you go. X5000 Temp Docky. I got it working. Took me a little bit longer because I didn't move the right things in the right spot, but eventually I got there. So thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.